Or are you talking about the big one? Left, right, left head, right. That's all the W pattern. But yes, because you know the prices, I explained prices moving sideways. So we're not looking for W's when the price is moving sideways. No, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's only when we have clear market structure. Exactly the same when I explained the Aussie dollar example. Okay, and we live on YouTube. Hello Bachis, hello Dovi, Zakai. Can you give me some feedback whether you can hear the Zoom conversation? And Ahmed, can you say something? Anything you want. I think it's enough. Yeah, we're in profit. Okay, YouTube, Pablo, my friend. ¿Cómo estás, señor? Can you give me a feedback whether you can hear the Zoom conversation on YouTube? I think we have some serious delay on YouTube. Okay, let me open up my laptop. So I'm going to monitor the YouTube stream on my laptop. Oh yeah, okay, I know what's the problem. Okay, so YouTube, you should hear the Zoom conversation now. People in Zoom, please speak.
Yes, 1 2 1 2, just like you.
Speak.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, Azar.
Hello, Thomas.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. I'm good. It's my first time in here.
Oh, is it? Wow. When did you join?
About a month back.
Ah, how do you like it so far with us?
Good. I've been going through the lessons. I'm just a beginner. So I'm very cautious with my entries and whatsoever. So I guess hopefully I'll be able to have enough courage to probably start taking more positions.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, you should be, you know, start practicing slowly and be careful at the beginning. Make sure that you're not blowing the account.
I know. Right, all yours.
Pardon? Okay, we have a new 15-minute candle opened. We might have some pushback or pullback, not sure. Oh yeah, perfect. YouTube can hear the YouTube conversation. So we're officially live. So welcome everyone on YouTube. I hope you had a fantastic lunch. We have had one losing trade from here. So we lost about 20 pips and then re-entered at the current position you see on the screen. It was a bit bumpy, but you know, we didn't know what price is going to do. And when I realized that, you know, when price broke this trend line, so this was the original trend line, and we realized that it's broken, I went to the 1 hour chart and I put the Fibonacci again, and I noticed that this is the perfect entry, and the team has to confirm whether it was a good entry or not. I mean, it was a bit bumpy, but we're out of the woods now.
It was. And by the way, I entered in a 1790, not 92.
1790. That's
Yeah.
good. That's really good. I mean, you was the
Yeah,
one.
in
You
that
were the one who
shadow.
said that it's gonna come back to retest the trend line, and it did.
Yeah, I
Well,
was.
it was testing. It came much lower, but it did retest the trend line.
Yeah, exactly. It went down, but I drew the same trend line that you draw now, and I re-entered in 90. And because of that demand zone in the left, that's why I entered it.
Yeah,
So it was a perfect entry.
it was. I mean, my entry was a little bit higher, so your entry is much better than mine.
I should open a website called AhmedFX.
Sorry.
I should open a website which called AhmedFX, just like you.
Yeah. I mean, I think there is an Ahmed FX already.
Everything fine if you don't steal Thomas' picture, profile picture.
Ah, look, the man of the hour, Raul. How are you?
Good.
We missed you yesterday. You had a busy day at work.
Yes. I'm finished just a meeting, so I'm just doing some reports and emails. So then I have a day tomorrow. Then I'm go to Denmark the rest of the week.
Oh, look at you. I mean, who allowed you to go on holiday?
No, it's not holiday.
Has it worked?
It's for work.
That's still okay. I mean, you're gonna have a couple of pints, I guess, with the colleagues.
What?
You're going to have a couple of pints with the colleagues in Denmark?
Yes, that's absolute also.
I mean, every single time when I went on a business trip,
Yeah.
we got absolutely hammered. So fucking drunk. The next day we had to go to the bank because I was visiting all the Eastern European branches of the bank I used to work. So I went to Russia, Montenegro, Moldova, Ukraine, Slovenia, Serbia. And every single evening we went out for drinks, and the next day, 8 o'clock, we had to be at the subsidiary bank, and we had to deliver presentations and speeches and meetings, and everyone was just hammered.
I did it a little bit more strategic. I booked a hotel, and under the hotel in the basement there is a sports bar. So I can normally down to the stairs and crawl up back to my hotel room.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah, I think so. And that's why I go back on Saturday and not on Friday.
Yeah. I mean, I miss work a little
Yes.
bit with going in business trips and being with colleagues. But I don't
Yes.
miss the having to go into the office.
No, I understand. I like my work for now, but I have as a goal at max 5 years, then I stop with working. Trade
Yeah,
a
but-
little bit, travel a little bit.
Do some renovations in Lake
Yes.
House.
Yeah, man.
How is the purchase? Did you buy the house at the end?
We send a mail. We put an offer on the asking price,
Mm-hmm.
and she should send us a technical review of the house, inspection. What
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
it?
When a professional goes
Yes.
out and checks these
Yes.
statics and everything.
Exactly. That's where I'm waiting for. So we will see. I contacted the house is on the lake. It's 100 meters from the lake, but there is a little bit of forest between. So I
Mhm.
contacted the owner. It's an old lady. If we can purchase that part also,
And what did
so
she
we
say?
can. I took a contact by an real estate owner to her with the request. I didn't hear anything yet.
I'm sure she will come back soon.
If she wants to sell it, then the house is directly twice as much, even not 3 times that much.
Wow. At the current economic climate, or?
What? Let's say.
Yeah, I mean, prices went up like crazy.
Yeah.
So I have a mortgage on, I have a flat down in Southeast, and I have a flat in Budapest, and we purchased another one just to sublet. So the rent actually pays for the mortgage.
Yes.
But now the mortgage went up so high, it's ridiculous, and I can't raise the rent because obviously there's a family living in there, so it wouldn't be fair. And
Okay.
you know, the market price is still not. It went up on the renting market, but I think the mortgage for some reason went up so high, so I need to go into the bank because the rent should pay for the mortgage, so that should be no cost for me.
Okay. Now, what I will do is I only will have a mortgage about $20,000. The rest I fund myself. I don't think I will rent it out either.
It's only for personal use.
Yes, I think that's the plan. It's as a holiday house or in time to live there with Linda when the kids fly out.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. Each person has different goals. I mean, Zef, for example, he wanted to buy properties to do Airbnb business, to rent out houses and just sublet it for Airbnb, which is a bit risky in my opinion, but still good business. Many people did it, but then COVID came, and Jesus Christ, so many people got burned with this Airbnb business.
Yeah. Now, the plan is that I will renovate it completely, design the inside also.
Oh, we have a real estate agent on the YouTube channel. Sorry to interrupt. Pablo B.
Who is it?
Pablo B.
B.
Yeah, so people, if you're interested in buying or selling real estate, Pablo has really good commission rates, just about 2%, Pablo, right? And you give discount to all of the Alpha FX live stream viewers. Oh god, it's pushing up so nicely, guys. I'm so fucking happy. I thought that, you know, this losing trade, I already booked it that I'm not gonna make any profit today, but finally this one started to come up and it's hitting the first DP.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, I think whoever's in gold buys, I am moving the stop loss. So I'm going to reduce the downside into the very minimal, and I'm going to take some profit now, even if it didn't hit the take profit first, but it may create a lower high. I know that Michael from Riding the Waves sent out an entry for a sell from 970.94 or something with a potential pullback, which I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but you never know. It's better to take profit when you can. Pablo just quoted 3% commission, whoever's in the chat. It's a decent, 3% is good, I think. Right. How many people we have in the Zoom? 29 people in the team. That's good. So Handel just asked, where do I stream? On YouTube, on my channel. USD is pushing up. So we talked about EUD USD with Zeph, and yes, this is going to be the new entry because price is pushing up. So we had two entry. One of them was here, but it's obviously invalidated. Oh, no, this one, the 50%. Stop loss should be at 71,800. GBP USD. Last one. GU is pushing up, so this one hit the stop loss. But we still have one running position, but I locked in most of the profits because price is just, it's like when I'm pissing on a Friday evening drunken. It's going sideways all over the place. Ooh. Okay, yes, definitely time to take some profit on gold. Oh. Right. What's happening in the Zoom? So Shah just asked, when you say take partial profits, where should the stop loss be moved? No, it's not the stop loss. It should be, you go into your MetaTrader and you can take partial profits, meaning that you can close down half of your position, quarter of your position, whatever it is, you can close it down. I show you next time. Or actually, no, when you go into I wonder if there's any option to show my mobile screen in OBS. I think there's a way where I can record my screen on my phone so people know how I take the trades and when I close it down. Because if I show you, I'm not sure if you can see it because of the contrast. Okay, yeah, gold is dropping, but you know, you shouldn't be afraid. Retracement is always just another opportunity to enter the market. It's nothing more. I mean, it was obvious that it's going to drop because we have left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but how deep is the drop going to be? I don't know. Hey Laurie, thank you for your kind comments on the YouTube videos. So how often do you do your streams? So far it was quite random, so I did one yesterday. I haven't done anything last week, I think, or maybe one. So it's on and off, but I'm trying to bring some more structure in to the live streams. But obviously the members in the AlphaFX group will always enjoy privilege. So we had a Zoom this morning. That's why we entered into this trade right here. We had a losing trade here, but then I sent out a new entry into the analysts chat saying that, okay, price pulled back, but now it should be okay, and now it's okay. And in the afternoon, here we are. And we have 74 viewers, which I think it's a personal record. Oops, sorry for that. Hey Michael, how you doing? Thank you, Michael. You shared my stream. Okay, so
Alice, I will be right back. I have something to do.
So Michael, who doesn't know Michael from Riding the Waves, he is, I think he is in the Zoom chat. Yes, he is. So Michael, let me show his channel. He's doing some really good analysis. Well, actually, I have it saved because I am a follower of Riding the Waves. So if you watch, this is his channel. He does gold analysis weekly or bi-weekly or quite often. 2 weeks, 9 days. So yeah, roughly about every single week he posts gold analysis. I'm following him for over a year. I met Michael exactly a year ago, and he's doing some great work. I mean, unbelievably good. And he's a good man. Trabisil Guinea. I do apologize if I mispronounce your name. So yesterday I showed you that we have that spin wheel thing where I can add gifts to give away, and I can spin the wheel on the YouTube stream. But it's only me who can spin the wheel, but I need someone to spin the wheel for me. And he might have a solution for that. Okay, so going back to gold, you can see that yes, we definitely have reached a strong resistance at 1796. It's just a few dollars shy away from 1800, so I think we are going to have a pullback. The reason for I'm saying this because every impulse move is followed by a pullback, so you can be sure that price could pull back potentially to this level 1793, because we have a strong resistance which could become a support and then continue to the upside. But there's also a possibility that price is just charging, so a compression building up before or under this resistance level. So this compression is building up slowly and then breaks to the upside. Anything is possible in forex trading. So yeah, exactly. You see, prices keep massaging 1797. I'm already on 5-minute chart. I don't want to go any lower, but if it respects the 1795 600 level, then we're going to see some sideways movements and break to the upside. If this happen, wait for the retest and then you can go for long, because clearly the market direction is bullish. It's going to the upside, so we're only looking for buys. We did one buy here, that was a stop loss, but we bought again here and we are already in some profit. Oops. AUD USD, if I'm going to set an alert, the price comes back above here to this level, I might enter into a sell. Euro USD, it's not looking good on my chart. I mean, it's heavily correlated with gold. So we were trading this channel and this retest, so we had a sell position from the retest of here and from here, took profit here, and I entered into another sell here, took some profit, but then price immediately broke this channel again, so we're back to square one. So Euro USD, just to answer your question, I think it's gonna go up because it's correlated with gold, and gold is on a run right now. So someone, Shaikh, just asked me about natural gas. Tell me about natural gas. It's bloody expensive right now, so the heating bill is going up for sure. We have new subscribers. Kashman Muhammad Shiariman. We have another subscriber. That's good. So let's have a look in the Zoom. Ahmed. Raul, Phoebe, God, there's so many people in the Zoom and no one is talking.
Hey,
Asal,
Thomas.
Farhan, my friend.
How are you?
I'm here. We are here.
Good, good, good. What's happening? Did you close some profit on gold?
Yeah.
Good, 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 good.
Thank
Good
you.
profit?
Yeah,
Hi,
thank
I'm back.
Ahmed, hi. Okay.
Tamas,
Was
did you
loaded
guys
heavily
take
on
your
the-
profit?
Pardon? What did you say?
I said that, did you guys take your profit or still holding?
I took my profits because I hit my daily target, but whoever's holding position, I said take some profit here because we started to
That's
see
right.
a retracement. Yeah. So it's wise to take profit. For me, I'm out because I've done the house money and a little bit more, so I don't want to risk anything
Yeah.
more.
I will take my profit too.
Yeah, because New York Stock Exchange is opening soon in 19 minutes, and usually we see volatility and volume coming to the market.
But in my opinion, I don't know why I feel like it will break 1798 and it will keep going to 1806.
I think it will. I mean, until this trend line doesn't break, this one we just wrote today, I'm bullish on gold.
That's right.
So what we could see potentially is another pullback when New York Stock Exchange opens, or we could, as I explained, the compression right here, so price breaks to the upside, retest and goes straight to 1806. And I'm testing Raul's pivot point strategy, and it correlates almost with the Fibonacci. So that's why I'm waiting for a sell from 1806. So if I go to higher time frame, you can see that I'm waiting for a sell right here. If you look left on the chart, we have some supply zone potentially coming back to retest the trend line, but you know, price is moving sideways. This is a consolidation, so if it breaks to the upside, it's going to go higher. How high? I don't know yet, because we're still waiting for policy response and official communication from the Fed, from central banks, from the governments. We don't know how big is the problem with the new COVID variant, and doesn't matter what technical analysis you do, the gold is heavily driven by monetary policy, and monetary policy right now is slowly started to tighten because you know, the economy is doing good in the US, job numbers picking up, inflation is 3 times than the official target of 2%. So the Fed said we're not going to raise interest rates. What we're going to do instead, because they have more tools, they have different tools to control the money supply. The hardcore way is fiddling with the interest rate. So when the economy starts to overheat, and you know, people buying and spending, and you know, prices are going up, jobs are getting filled, so labor market is getting overheated, and the global economy is overheated, then the Fed might start to increase the interest rates in order to reduce the money supply in the economy. And by reducing the money supply in the economy, it acts as a brake on the economy, so it stops the economy from overheating. But the problem is that we have the new COVID variant, so it's going to be an open and a close game again, like we had in 2020.
Hey, Thomas.
Hello.
What do you how do you look at the volumes?
I
You
don't
got the
really.
volume profile? You
No.
don't? Okay.
I know which one you're talking about, the volume profile. That one is good, but essentially, if you're using volume profile from low to high, you will get exactly the same supply and demand zones where volume come to the market, and if you just, it's going to be, you know, support and resistance levels essentially. So let me see if I can. Anyway, I'm not going to draw it now, but if you have enough experience, you don't need the volume profile, because you can identify the chart. So when I do the analysis in the morning, when I look at the chart, if I was to draw a volume profile from here to the top, I would tell you that this is where volume came to the market, and it's obvious because that's where you have the support, the supply and demand zones.
Thomas, I know from our course videos, you want us to look at the higher time frame first before going down to the lower time frames. So when
That's
you start
correct.
at the higher time frame, how far back are you going to look at? I mean, are you just looking at the previous swing low and previous swing high, or do you go back a couple of months?
I used to go back a couple of months, but remember that currently we're not in normal market conditions. So whatever happened in the past for years, like I wouldn't go back to 2018 because that was normal market conditions. But what we have now is abnormality and increased uncertainty with the COVID. So whatever happened, and obviously the policy strategy was completely different of the Fed. So they didn't even mention potential tightening because there was no full employment, there was no inflation, which is really important. By the official statistics, there was absolutely no inflation, which means they weren't thinking about tightening the money supply. But 2020 and especially 2021, so 3 months ago, actually 6 months ago, when the inflation started to pick up, then they started to talk about, okay, we actually might start to think about increasing the interest rates or tightening the money supply, i.e. tapering the quantitative easing.
Yeah.
So we're looking at two things, 2021 and 2 years ago, completely different scenarios.
Okay. So, and on the higher time frame, we're essentially looking at the previous swing.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I was to go to the 4 hour, for example, you see that we have obvious resistance level at 1811. We have obvious support at 1782. So keep your eyes on the support and resistance levels. Jalal, I'm going to mute.
Thomas.
Hi, Hari.
Yeah. If can you look 1 hour chart?
Yes.
It's
In the
triangle.
The wedge, where?
Yeah.
Where? Like this?
No, from the top.
That's a really big wedge. I wouldn't consider it. But yes, if you know, if like no. So price comes above this level, you can be sure it's gonna go higher. And Aussie Trader just asked the questions. Have you seen the last COT report in gold? A substantial long reduction in contracts at minus 33k by smart money. I'm expecting a significant pullback soon. Any thoughts on that? Yes, if you're following the commitment of traders reports, you should know that there is a lag. So I think it's about 5 or 7 trading days lag. So it could be 1.5 weeks when the data of the commitment of traders is released to the public. In Bloomberg, however, I used to monitor because in Bloomberg we have had the Bloomberg terminal, which is paid by the bank. So the commitment of traders reports was a little bit different, but we got it 3 days earlier than the public, that what you can download on the internet. But even that was delayed because you know, it's a half official document, and the ETFs, for example, must have a physical gold holding because that's the sole idea behind ETFs. So they must have holding of the physical asset or stocks or whatever is the exchange traded fund. So all in all, what I'm trying to say, there is a lag on COT data. So that minus 33,000 contracts which you saw, it could easily be, you know, this massive drop here because it was only on the 29th of November and today is 30th of November. Or it could be this drop, sorry, because this would be too early, so ignore that. So if I take into account the lag, yes, it's this drop, the minus 33,000. And since that, I guarantee that if you look at the COT data next week or this week, you're going to see managed funds. So yeah, you can call it smart money, but you're going to see that there's going to be an actual net long positions on institutions. Okay. Yes, gold is pulling back. Released on Friday for Tuesday figures. So that's about 2-3 trading days and 4 calendar days. I thought the lag is a bit bigger because there's one YouTuber who showed commitment of traders reports, but he had about 7 days lag, which is huge, but even 2-3 days is massive. By the time the move happened and they released the data, the move has already happened. So you can look into the commitment of traders reports, but I think it's a longer term investment. So when you know, institutions building up the positions in the portfolio, you have to look at the longer term. I mean, looking at just one piece at a time, it doesn't reveal the full story.
Thomas, I have a question.
Hey, Kaisar.
Hi there, mate. You know, I noticed that you used the Bloomberg terminal in your profile picture.
Hmm.
How decent was that terminal?
In what way?
Does it provide you other data that you can access?
It's
would
funny
help you.
because I used Bloomberg in 3 of my workplaces and used ICE, which is the International Commodity Exchange platform. Bloomberg is amazing. I mean, you get the data and the news firsthand, but the problem with Bloomberg is they got really greedy. So you get the basic subscription for about $25,000, which was paid by my companies, whoever I worked for. But then if you want real-time data on stocks, for example, you have to pay heavy money for that. So it's like an additional upselling technique. So we didn't get all the data real time, but we had to purchase additional add-ons. But it's really good. On the information side, it's amazing. I mean, I knew already what is going to be the NFP number when it was not the NFP, because that's quite a big number, but I knew most of the market moving news. So Fed minutes or FOMC minutes, statements, releases, anything, I knew 15-30 minutes before day traders could react. On the charting side, I think TradingView has much better potentials, because Bloomberg in charting, it's good when you're placing charts on each other, but when you're drawing on the chart, it's not really good. So the charting functions in TradingView are much, much better, which is surprising for £25,000 a year subscription compared to $60 or $100 on TradingView.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's only good for data then, isn't it?
Yeah, and the reason why we use Bloomberg, because professional traders only allowed to do business on either telephone or Bloomberg. They used to do it on fax and Euroclear and other platforms, but not anymore. So Bloomberg is an official, accepted by every country's regulator that we have the Bloomberg chat, and that's why we did business, because that was quick. So if I wanted to buy government bond or wanted to sell something, corporate bonds, because I was a US corporate bond trader, I had a list in my chat of different brokers, and they sent me analysis every morning. They sent me quotes about what are the corporate bonds they have, in the debt market. So what I did is I just asked, okay, so how much are you willing to sell this or that 5-year, any kind of bond? They give me a quote, and I said, okay, it's a bit too high. We agreed on something, and when I said deal or done, that is a binding agreement on Bloomberg. So I don't need to sign anything. I just need to say or type in done or deal, and that's a binding agreement.
Cool.
Hey, Thomas, any views on GBP-yen?
Oh, I hoped no one's going to ask GJ. So GJ is not looking good. It's falling heavily.
I'm
But I
looking
don't
for
know.
long at 149.20. If you look at the daily support,
149.20, like here.
yeah, the area. Do you think that's a good support?
It could be. I mean, most of the smart money concepts and institution techniques are essentially just buying the previous lows and then going down to the 15-minute chart, and it looks like you took massive profits, and they're just buying the bounce back from these support levels, which so far 1, 2, 3, 4 times, quite a few times, historically proven to be an effective support. So yes, you can try it.
gold just took a rejection from 38.2 on the 5-minute time frame. Fib.
Oh, that was a big rejection. Exactly on the 38.2. Yeah, so whoever missed the entry here and catch this nice impulse move, I think there's two possible scenarios could play out on gold. The first one is obviously you can see that price is slowly gravitating back to the trend line. So you can enter at 1793. Stop loss is at 1792. So leave some room to wiggle and then up. Or the other scenario is obviously because we have clear resistance level, so once it breaks to the upside, retest and go up. So Aussie Trader just asked, thank you Thomas for addressing that so well for me, but I think the lag is not so bad considering managed money doesn't change their holdings this starts so frequently, right? It's not really the managed money is the problem, because the commitment of traders gives a view about, I think, the speculative holdings. But the problem is with the client holdings. I mean, ETFs are designed to sell units. So whatever, it's similar to stocks. If you want to buy some ETFs, you buy a unit in the ETF. And the ETF or the company should buy the equivalent amount in whatever is the ETFs, whether it's stock or gold, they have to have it inventory. So if you look at the commitment of traders, they have different categories. If you look at the speculative, which is the managed money, that gives the opinion of the traders, whether they long or short, because they have access to the order flow, their clients' order flow. They see how much the clients are buying. The problem with commitment of traders is if the clients decide to liquidate their positions because they either need cash to buy safe haven assets in treasuries, which are much safer than gold, or they just need to liquidate because there is a hype in cryptocurrencies and they want to buy some shitcoins. If they pull the money out, if you compare the speculative positions of individual traders at the desk and the company's client exposure, it's way much bigger. And you're not going to see that much in the commitment of traders. So essentially, if the clients are pulling out the money, they're going to pull down the trousers of the traders, and you're not going to see it in commitment of traders.
Hi Thomas, how are you?
Vic, my friend.
Hi, how's everything? How's good?
Yeah, not too bad. Lucky that made some money today, but it wasn't easy. Life is good. I went to the gym yesterday after 8 months.
Right. Nice.
And you?
Well, I'm just struggling with gold over here, just trying to figure out. It's the same with everyone, I guess, with gold.
Yeah, I mean, this right here.
Yeah.
This was ugly. I mean, I was literally biting my nails after years of experience because I was like, fuck's sake, not again. But then it worked out well. When I saw that it created a higher high, that's when I entered again.
Yeah.
And it was a nice pushback.
As you mentioned in the group, like, enter again if you get 1790. So I just went in straight away. I just saw the way it was falling down, but I was like, nah, let's get in.
You went in on my signal. Well, not signal, but...
I mean, you mentioned about entering in the retest at 1790 if you get the price. I mean, so I was lucky to get the price. Thomas, I just had one question on gold. See the structure right now. Don't you think it's forming a head and shoulder structure?
Yeah, we talked about
neckline at 7.
We talked about head and shoulder. I mean, we have head and shoulders all over the place. We have head and shoulder here on the 1 hour chart. We have head and shoulders on the 15-minute, left, head, right. So it's all over the place. Right. We have a head and shoulder here. I mean, the whole chart is a head and shoulders right now. But until this trend line doesn't break, I'm long on gold. But I'm done for today. I don't want to stress more on other trades.
It's better to close and lose. Wrap
Yeah.
up and lose. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Thanks, Thomas. Thanks.
How is life with you?
All right. Just getting a hang of it. Just.
Right.
Thomas, how you say the gold is pretty similar to Euro USD. What are some other pairs which correlate?
Good question. Mostly, I think Canadian dollar ones are highly correlated, but I don't know the correlation coefficient exactly. But because you know, Aussie dollar as well, it's correlated. But I don't trade correlation. I don't advise anyone to trade correlation.
Okay.
In a world where traders get scammed and fake gurus freaking hate you,
Gold is pulling back.
Yeah. But I mean, we have the trend line, so we were expecting it's going to pull back.
Yeah.
Hi, Thomas. I have
Hello.
also I have also a question. So I saw also the move downwards, and what I also look with a possible sell is to the candlestick itself. And the first time I saw there was a shooting star on the 5 minute. The highest point is a shooting star. So then I took a Fibonacci level from that point to the pullback to the lower trend line. And then I saw now it pulled back to the 78%, where there we also have shooting star. So could that not mean it is a possible sell instead of going higher, as it didn't make any higher high?
Both scenarios are possible, but I always say the higher the time frame bias, the higher the time frame, the stronger the bias. So because if you go down to the 1 minute chart, then you're going to see more noise, more shooting stars, more head and shoulders, more W's, more M's. Where is the end? It's
No, I don't look at shooting stars at the 1 minute, but I see many times on a key level, when you have a shooting star, most of the time, I will not say always, but most of the time it drops.
Yeah, you know, if you find an edge in the market, if that strategy works for you, definitely use it.
But also in confluence with other parts. The only thing that I do agree with the bullish scenario is the current trend line that hasn't been broken.
Yeah. And it hasn't been broken, you're right. It hasn't been broken, and that's why I'm following the trend. Well, I followed because I pulled out now.
in a world where traders get scammed and fake gurus freaking hate you, a hero will rise. From this month, the Alpha FX is available in pay monthly subscriptions, which gives you access to daily analysis on major FX pairs, intraday setups, US 30, and Gold, weekly live trading, weekly webinars, access to private Telegram groups with 24/7 support. Become a professional market analyst today. All this for £49.99 per month. Visit alphafx.eu. Available for the first 50 subscribers only.
Farhanas,
I
how
have
can
an
you
indicator.
get? How can you
I
get
have
my
an
last
indicator.
similar?
Sorry.
So Farhan just asked, how can you get my last similars? I think if you subscribe to my channel, that should give you an alert. If it doesn't, I think I have to do starting soon screen, and there you can sign up for alerts when the stream starts. Thanks, Micah, for boosting my views to over 100. It's really nice touch. Are you still here? No, he left.
The volume's coming back, Thomas.
Sorry?
Volume is coming back at the breakout on gold. I have an indicator which is called volume plus, and it's quite indicative when there are heavy volumes to identify if there's a buy bias or a sell bias. I mean, obviously you can't look at the bars because there's for every buy there is obviously a sell associated, but somehow the indicator just works out, you know.
If it works for you, definitely use it to your advantage. I don't like to look at indicators. I do have some indicators what I look at, but I try to stay away because some of the indicators are lagging a lot.
Thomas, where are you based?
Right now, Budapest. I lived in UK for 12 years. Just before COVID, I moved back home because I thought it's going to be, you know, it's not very nice in the UK. I mean, lockdown wasn't nice anywhere in the world.
Where do you live now, Thomas?
Budapest.
Ah, yeah.
It's one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Not as nice as Belgium, of course, but
It's nice too. I've been to Budapest when I was quite in my around my 20s when I was a flight attendant.
So it was only a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Nah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Raul is back with the... Oh, God. You're gonna get your ass whooped.
Pascal, our shooting star, so I don't hope she falls too hard. Our Alpha FX member. I listen.
In Budapest, you have two parties. You have Buda and Pest, and Buda is more nature, and Pest is the city.
Yeah, I live in Buda in the rich area. Well, not rich area, but consider the living standards are a bit higher than in Pest. Let's put it this way. Less drunken, homeless people.
In the city is better.
No, absolutely not. I could not live in the central. Yeah, and I think gold is now. That was the move of the day, probably this impulse move, which we managed to catch luckily after one losing trade.
Do you think it will move when Chair Powell's testimony?
Is it today?
Yes,
Yeah.
18 minutes.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah. And the other thing is going to move when just before the New York Stock Exchange closing. So hopefully we're going to see a nice. I'm gonna turn off the heating because I'm sweating now.
Here it's cold.
It's because I have you have a flat in Budapest, but it's central heating and it's just so bloody warm. It's boiling. Even if the heating is not on, it's 23 degrees, which is hot.
What for weather you have outside? Sorry, Pascal.
Okay, you can talk, Raoul.
What for weather is it in Budapest, Thomas?
3-5 degrees now.
Okay. Oh.
So it's cold.
We are -6. Our first snow tomorrow. They're expecting a half meter snow here.
Wow.
So.
Where are you?
Sweden, the southern part of Sweden.
Is it already dark at your place?
We have about a half hour earlier and an hour late. In the evening, it's about an hour earlier, and in the morning, 45 minutes, I think, not that much. Met Belgium or Holland. But we had in the northern of Sweden, we had yesterday -37.
Ooh.
What?
And the coldest November day in I thought in 20-30 years.
Yeah, that's cold.
It's crazy.
That's cold. Cool.
No, please don't tell me that it will go up.
It will go up, my friend.
That's sad.
Are you in a sell?
No, I'm not in a sell, but the small account, my small account, I closed my position from 19. But
Yeah,
my big account is still in profit. I'm still holding.
Did you? Yeah, but did you? You close profit, so you should be happy.
No.
Yes.
I'm still holding the whole trade.
I'm waiting till it makes a higher high from the former.
Yeah.
Which one last year, August?
Yes. When it goes to 2070, then I will enter.
Oops, there we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
What did I say?
One more push.
Very good.
Hit my TP, please. Come on.
This is called
Thank
live
you,
trading, guys.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go.
And here's some happy people, Thomas.
I made people happy. That's what I do for a living.
100 pip already.
Whoa!
Wow.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
You're welcome, guys.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Wow. 10 more pips, please. 10 more pips.
If it goes up to 1805, I'm going to pay a drink for everyone.
Thomas, I don't drink.
I buy you a tea. Come on.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Okay, that's okay.
Water is also a drink.
Yeah.
So, YouTube guys, are you still awake? I don't see any comments. Did anyone take my trade I posted right now? Oh, come make daddy's proud. Pablo, did you take the trade in YouTube? Wow, that was literally as soon as I draw this buy with the stop loss, literally after 30 seconds, just went up.
The tool you use, Thomas, to measure
Exactly. When I
where can
closed
I
my
find it?
small accounts position.
What tool
And there
what
was
tool I use?
Yes, you draw then the blue arrow with
The measurement.
The pip counter.
yes, the measurement.
Yeah, the pip
Yeah,
counter.
it's the measurement. You can find it. Right here. Price range. Okay.
Hi, Thomas.
Hi, Ahmed. Oh, who is it?
New guy.
No, it was not.
Marwan.
Oh, Marwan. Hey.
How are you? Sorry, I missed that trade because I was looking for a retest, and of course, sometimes it doesn't happen. So I saw you put it on, and I thought about entering a trade, and then I was like, well, let me wait for the retest and then see what happens. But
you know, new day tomorrow. You should never feel sad if you miss a trade, because come on, the market is open 24/7, 5 days a week. Don't feel bad. There's tons of opportunities. Yeah, and I think it's time to close down the profits now. If you took this buy trade, it may push higher, but if you made your daily target, well, then maybe, you know, be happy with the profit and walk away. I closed my positions. I took one more trade, by the way, just
Almost
honestly,
a free drink.
yeah, I don't want to pay free drinks.
Go down.
Cheers, Thomas. Cheers.
I hope you guys made some good profit with this trade. That was a sneaky one when I just started drawing up. You wasn't expecting, did you?
No.
Well, finally, it hit my take profit in 1803.
Same as me.
Congratulations, enjoy.
Thank you. All from Thomas.
No, it's
Yes,
it's your profit. You took the trade. I didn't do anything. It was you.
No, with your knowledge.
I just drawing lines. Though we MF just made £500 like in 2 minutes. Well done. On gold. And I think, Raul, I tried your pivot strategy. If I go on the daily time frame, and I think there is a pivot point at 1816? No, it was lower.
The first or the second resistance is at 1803 about. I cannot.
Because I think I have
1803.
different settings than you.
That's possible. And my daily pivot is 1784.7.
17. Hold on.
I think
What?
Raul put his pivot on the Fibonacci
Yep. It's
in the setting, eh?
yeah, in the setting I have
Yours is
Fibonacci
on-
pivots.
Ah.
Yours is on traditional, and his is on Fibonacci.
It gives them the same.
And I have my pivots fixed, their daily pivots.
Now it gives a different result. And you watch it on what time frame? On the oh yeah, it locks in the pivot every single time frame.
Yeah.
Right?
And
So
I have
that's-
fixed the daily.
Right. Understood. Thank you. So that's your second pivot, 1814.
Look, you're exactly round R1. Oi.
Thomas, if it comes down back to 1797, would you say it's a good entry for another buy or?
1797. I
Do
wouldn't.
you see how it respected the R1 and now the R2?
Respecting means what? It's touching it?
It's touching it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it breaks, and then it went to the R2.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I mean, but usually, do you wait for some kind of consolidation or a candle to close above the pivot point?
No, I try to find an entry close at the entry, the pivot point, not the resistance and support.
Christ. It is really pushing up. Wow. So Mian just asked what was the reason for the second position. The reason was this bull flag right here, because we trade bull flags on support and resistance. Impulse move went to the upside, and that's where I entered into the trade. Simple price action.
It looks like I might get my retest now.
Yeah, but that's way too far away. I would be careful after such an impulse move. I wouldn't risk. If you made profit today, be happy with it. It's
excuse me, Thomas. Is the sell opportunity still?
You know, if price is so bullish,
Should we
I would
sell
be...
in 1806? It's really bullish.
What do you say, Raul?
I didn't hear. I only see that we still have momentum up. So
Yeah,
I
I wouldn't sell in this bullish momentum.
Absolutely not.
No. It's the same when price is dropping hard. You don't want to touch it. You don't want to look at it.
No. When I look at the 15, the 30 minute charts, it still has momentum up.
Exactly.
Sit
Even
on your
1810
hands and watch.
There's no shooting star detected for the moment.
What? Did I hear a shooting star?
It's 4 o'clock. I should finish work now.
And Thomas, I think if we get a retest to 97, we can buy again till 1810, I think.
Yeah. But
because it's the retest of the head and shoulder pattern.
Exactly, and you see it very well. But if it come, it could easily come lower. 95, 94.
For sure.
So, be happy with this trade. Don't overtrade.
For sure.
I mean, come on. Today we had one losing trade, and then we had 2 beautiful trades. It's
exactly. It was the salary for 2 months here in my country for some people.
The money you just made.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well done. It's sad at the one hand, but also I'm really glad you made some profit with this trade.
You don't know what lot sizes he trades.
I have a feeling that I know even in Hungary it's like £600. So I made money on one trade, which takes months for other people to earn. It makes me sad. But on the other hand, it's I studied for this shit and I put so much work in this. So I'm fucking proud if analysis works out.
A lot of rejections that make it good again.
You're sell active for gold?
Absolutely not selling. Absolutely not. I don't trade. I finished. I mean, come on. We had 2 winning trades. There's no way I'm going to put more money, risking more capital. Absolutely not.
So the setup just now at 1804 is cancelled, right?
I think there was 1806 or 1805. Just going to send an alert to the chat that so unknown said, let's see what will Powell say. Well, Powell is going to say what they're doing in the Fed. It's a really tough grilling. By the way, if you guys made any profit on this analysis today, whether Zoom or YouTube, if you get any value out of the live streams, of being a member of the AlphaFX family, please consider sharing my videos, putting some good words and feedback. Just honest feedback, nothing else. Only if you get value out. I would really appreciate.
I shared it last time on a Telegram group.
Yeah, you did. Thank you.
And they kicked me out.
Yeah, I have some.
I think that's funny.
Yeah, someone shared in Masood's group, and he warned people, do not share Thomas's analysis here. He's not welcome here. I'm jealous cunt.
Oh. Has he joined with the live session today? All right.
I have no idea. Well, you know, he's welcome if he can.
Yes.
Uriah.
What I think is funny is that on their Instagram account, they say be careful, stop loss and everything. And the person who say you have to be risk management, you have to use a stop loss is the one who doesn't
don't use stop loss.
Use a stop loss.
I mean, put your money where your mouth is. I mean, that's one thing that, you know, making money with dangerous strategies that could cost other people thousands of pounds or dollars, and saying something and then do exactly the opposite. It's not correct.
No.
It's not transparent. Alright guys, gold is pushing up to our target, and I think it respects the pivot so nicely. Could we use the pivot as potential support and resistance?
I think so.
Wow. I mean, look at the previous pivot point. As soon as close to the pivot point, price started to give us a bull flag. Yes, there was a bit of drawdown, but you know, pivot points as accurate as you draw it. It's only a tool.
That's the difference is if you draw support and resistance yourself, this is calculated, mathematical. So it's not, but it's quite, it respects quite well.
Oh shit. Okay, YouTube guys, I just put my Telegram channel link into the chat, and you can leave comments there as well. It's a public channel, but you have the opportunity to comment on every post I do. Wow. You know, I'm not feeling confident either buying or selling now at this point. I mean, selling would be really tempting because the pivot, but also buying if I go down to the 5 minute, because this pivot could be a really good resistance, and if it respects the pivot, then it could go all the way to 1814.
That's why I always look close to the pivot itself, not the support to resistance line.
Smart. Wow.
I think so. I gonna leave the chat, Thomas. I go home.
Okay, I'm finishing as well, guys. So let's see how many we have in the Zoom. Whoa, 34 people in the Zoom. Carl, Champs, Hinds, AJ, Paul, Peter. You've been quiet, guys. Anyway, I wish everyone a good evening. Try to relax. Do not overtrade, especially with this impulse move. Leave it. We want to see nice market structure. When the market is so volatile, try not to trade. And have a good evening, guys.
All right. See you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Thomas.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thomas.
In a world where traders get scammed and fake gurus
Thomas, I want to
freaking
ask you
hate
something.
you, a hero will rise.
Do you want me to share your
From
my
this
profit?
month, the Alpha FX is available in pay monthly subscriptions,
money?
which gives you access
No.
to daily analysis on major FX pairs, intraday setups,
No, I mean, if you want, I
US30,
can send you my
and
the screenshot
Gold.
of my profit.
Weekly live trading, weekly webinars, access to
Posting
private
in the chat.
Telegram groups with 24/7 support. Become
I'm
a
gonna go
professional market analyst today. All this for £49.99 per month. Visit alphafx.eu. Available for the first 50 subscribers.